Hey guys, Cleo81 here. Today we are going to be installing the liquid cooling system. As you may already notice by this intro, I know it's already in there. Unfortunately, I have lost a little bit of footage somehow. Oh well. Anyway, long story short, we were unable to install the bigger, more awesome cooler I have because the fans and screws do not line up on the top. So for the time being, we went with this little one, and I will show you everything that I do have. I did get quite a bit of the footage of me actually gonna get in there. But if anybody has any advice on how to get a radiator in that doesn't quite fit, or if you can use the fans that didn't come with the radiator on a radiator. So for instance, these big giant beauties in the front there is a spot for a radiator to go right here. It says so in the manual. I'll point it out later. But um, if I can put the radiator on there without the stock fans that it came with, I'd love to know if I can do that. I don't know if I can. If you have any wisdom to impart on me, please bring it on. Anyway, enough of my prattle. Let's let the video commence. Alright, so I did do a little bit of extra research just to make sure I wasn't being dumb. But definitely when you look, there we go, here at this, this is the manual for the Thermaltech case. It does show the radiator installation underneath and fans on top. So, that. And then I tried to put it here, but the hose was not long enough to make it over to the processor, which is kind of a bummer, because here would have been ideal. Alright, so anyway, we are going to pull out this fan, and then I have a Cool Master here, still liquid cooled, not anywhere near as neat, but still liquid cooled. Okay, well, my phone decided I was not going to get this on camera. Basically, I just squeezed a very small amount of thermal paste on there. Alright, so now we are going to actually push this on there. Now, I'm so sorry, guys. I am going to need both hands to do this. And that means I gotta put the camera down. I can see if I can get a good angle. I have to hurry because the thermal paste is starting to slide. Let me see if I can. Alright guys, that's about as good as the view is going to get. I gotta hurry here. This little blob is sliding down. I thought to myself, gee, why can't I just lay the computer down? Answer, because the backplate there will just fall over. That's why. I am having all kinds of problems. This hose is really, really awkward. I had hoped it would be a little more flexible. Don't they look really flexible? Dang it. This thing is the furthest thing from flexible I've ever dealt with. Dang it. Okay, try that again. I'm also having to hold the back plate. I'm just making a mess. Oh dear me. I'm having trouble because this cooler just keeps popping out of here, but it needs to go in here a real certain way. Okay. Making damn sure that's right. Okay. Boy, they do not tell you how hard this is to install. Like, this is never mentioned. This is literally a huge pain in the butt. I may have to remove the motherboard to install this. Except that I kind of can't, because I got to install it in the case. Okay. That sound was the backplate falling off. Okay. The backplate. This. Sorry guys, this is really, really, really difficult. More difficult than I was expecting. I'm reattaching the backplate. I'm considering duct taping the backplate down. Except that I can't. There's nothing to duct tape it to. Okay. Let's try this again. Alright. I'm not sure how well you can see. Well, that's different. Might be why it's not lining up. Having trouble getting these screws to line up. Aha! Jesus. This is ridiculous. Sorry for all of the profanity. This is very, very difficult to do. I am making a mess. Just trying to get the screw. Well, okay. I'm gonna have to get inventive, guys. Be right back. Alright, folks, I decided to do a thing. Went cowboy, and I really shouldn't have. I'm going to actually have to take out the motherboard to install this heatsink. There's just no other way. So I'll bring you guys back when I actually get this out of here and am set up, okay? Alright, and we're back. So here I have this motherboard pulled out, and I have the back plate in there this time. So now we are going to try and install this the right way. So I'm going to go ahead and place this top part here, and we'll... Alright, I finally got it in there. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna recommend this Coolmaster supply ever. The amount of force it took to actually get the screws down had me very worried that I damaged the processor. Like, very, very worried. I guess we'll find out in boot test. But holy crap, that was very difficult to install. One of the reasons I went with the AMDs, and I'll be sure to put a picture on the screen here of how AMDs usually install, and it's usually with a latch. So that's why the motherboard was in there and ready to go. the other system I was going to use installed with a latch. Oh, anyway, it's in, it's on, it's done. Now I gotta get it back in the thing. And yeah, I'll come back to you as soon as I have this back in the box. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Got the motherboard back in there with great pains, but it's in there. I don't really know why. It doesn't quite line up right with its I/O shield and with the screws. I'm not really sure why. I had to push it a little bit to get it to fit, but fit it did. Remember that when I say push it, I don't mean jam. I mean lightly apply pressure evenly across the board. Just so you guys know, this is the CPU, the master CPU fan. I'll have to look to make sure I've got that installed properly, because there is a fan set for the other 3 big giant fans, plus something for what goes on the cooler. So I'll double check. I have a couple of bridges if I need them, but I will take this wire and tie it so that it's not, you know. Alright, so I am going to now mount this fan here. I can already tell you I'm going to need both hands. Sorry, I do not have a tripod. I will work on getting one. Maybe, we'll see. But essentially, the fan screws... The fan screws in on either side or on both sides of this thing. The idea is to pull air out of the computer. So air comes in from the bottom, vents end in from the front, and then vents out the top and the back. You never ever want to pull warm air across your video card. Okay. My nerves are a little shot. It's stressful. Alright, I'm going to get this installed. I'll come back to you when I have it most of the way there. Again, I'm sorry, I'm going to need both hands for this, though. Wish me luck. Alright, we have the fan in. There it is. Look at that. Ooh. Now I just have to figure out how to actually plug it into the motherboard. I'm getting some conflicting data from both the manual and the actual instructions from the cooler itself. According to my manual, it says connect the power cable, which is this cute little guy. However, it says after that, if you connect the fan cable to the 3-pin connector on the motherboard, the PWM function will not work. Now, I don't know what that means. That is the only reference to that in this entire manual. So I'm not sure if that means I shouldn't connect the fan? I'm not sure. If anybody knows, let me know. I have several. I have the master fan, as well as 4 additional fan outputs on here. This motherboard is designed for overclock and customization, so it has lots and lots of options. It's all the same 3 or 4 pin, whatever the standard fan connector is right now. Anyway, it's in. I don't know how, but it's in. I'm sorry I couldn't give you guys more footage of actual installation. I was just saying I hate it when it's like, ooh, here's the thing, and here's the thing in. But I gotta tell you, it would have just been one really long bleep video, because I cursed the entire time I was trying to put that in. The entire time. Also, woed and guffawed in anger and frustration and. It was exciting. It was really exciting. I would say that this is a lot more difficult to install than the usual AMD heatsink. Like a lot. The actual standard AMD heatsink is it's a latch. It's just a latch. That's all it is. So why they decided that this had to be different, I don't know. But it happened. It was a thing. It was a terrifying thing. Yeah, I'll put a picture up on that, what that is. So I imagine that this would install better on an Intel than it does on this. Anyway, well, this is Cleo81 signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. If anybody has answers to my questions, please put them below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Alright, laters.